Anyways, no. I can name 100 people that are more famous than Justin Bieber right now.
You're lying. That's okay. Listen to how ridiculous this sounds. We're just talking about Justin Bieber. Why did we bring him up?
Okay, wait. Before we get into it, I just want to welcome everybody to the 6th episode of the Nobody Asked podcast. My name's Andrew.
I'm Mitchell.
And I'm going to prove Mitchell wrong for the first time ever on the podcast. You ready?
No, you're not.
There's I can name so many more people that are more famous.
Okay, so let me
right
give the background story, because we were talking about the Jenner thing.
Yeah.
And Kylie's friend, and we were talking about Instagram followers, Selena Gomez, and then brought up Bieber. I was like, yeah, Selena Gomez had more followers than Bieber, whatever.
But does she though? That's what I'm trying to.
Last time I checked, she did, but
she's well, like I said, she's botting for sure.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I haven't heard about that, but you were saying that. But anyway, you're like, dude, what's your obsession with Bieber? I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, ASAP is just like, he's not even that famous. Is he? Like, is he world famous? I'm
well,
like,
he's not. I mean, he's famous, of course, but
Justin Bieber is ridiculously famous. Like, I would say one of the 10 most famous people in the world.
Okay, wait. What is fame? What is fame right now?
Just like name recognition.
Social media presence?
No. Like, you know the name.
Okay.
Like, I think Justin Bieber, just the name, has such a weight to it. That's what I would say.
More than I don't know, Obama or Trump.
Trump.
If we're talking in the world, I can name so many more people that are more famous than.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong. And I don't think
fucking Osama bin Laden is a more famous name than Justin Bieber.
Well, bin Laden's dead, so I don't know if we're gonna count that. But I'm just.
But I mean,
because Michael Jackson's more famous than Justin Bieber.
Yeah,
sure.
For sure.
But I'm talking about
LeBron.
You don't think
I can guarantee LeBron is more famous than Justin Bieber.
I mean, how are we gonna check? We can't check.
I mean, of course, yeah. We're arguing.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We're having two arguments. We're arguing about the definition of the word famous, and we're arguing about who's more famous than Justin Bieber.
Yeah, well, to me, I'm just talking fame as in name recognition. I would say if you could interview every person in the world and give them a list of 25, 30 names, and they just say which ones they know, and then to check, you could just say
I bet everyone would know the top 30 people.
Everyone? No way.
Well, I mean,
not
who are you interviewing? People with
everyone in the world.
People with a smartphone or people.
No, I'm talking about every single person. I mean, I guess it is different. We're a different generation. Lots of old people probably don't know who Justin Bieber is, and lots of people don't know who Justin Bieber is because there's so many people in the world. Not everyone's gonna know him. But I would say
7 billion. Isn't it almost 8 billion?
I think it's almost 8. Yeah.
There's too many people here.
But I would say he's up there in the top 20 for sure.
I could get on board with that. Sure. Yeah.
I just don't know who you're talking more famous than him.
Like I said, Ariana Grande, any of the Kardashians, Drake,
Drake and Bieber, I would say, are about the same.
Probably any of the Avengers. No.
What?
Yeah.
Like the actors?
No, the fictional characters.
Well, they're not people.
Well.
Oh my God! Listen to this guy's argument. Thank you. I just won. That was a forfeit.
Okay.
What are you
Robert
talking
Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Who's Captain America again? What's his name?
Look how famous he is. You don't even know him.
Well, if I put a picture of him on, if I hold up a picture of him to 7 billion people, I'm willing to bet more than half of the people are gonna know him.
Who?
Fucking, I don't know. What's his name? This is not part of the argument. What's his name?
Talking about?
Fucking Captain America.
Oh, Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Thank you.
That's
God damn.
No, but you think he's more recognizable than Bieber?
Yeah, for sure.
No way.
What do you mean?
Are you kidding?
What do you mean?
You're joking.
The Avengers
Chris
or
Evans?
any of the Captain America movies are
I just won the argument.
wildly more famous than any Justin Bieber song, bro.
No, but it's not.
They get
Bieber's music's not even famous. That's not even he's just the name. It's the name. It's not his music. He dated Selena Gomez. Now he's getting married to
I don't know how to convince you that I'm right.
You're not right. I don't know how. We can't check.
You're telling me there isn't a name. Okay, so is he 19 or is he 20 or is he 12 on the list?
What?
Who? How many people go before Justin Bieber on the list of famous people?
I mean, Trump goes before him, I would think. And
okay,
I'm sure there are other people that are
all the people I named,
no,
any
Ariana
of the Kardashians,
no,
Ariana Grande, Drake, Obama, fucking Abraham Lincoln.
I'm actually really curious, and the problem is there's no way to actually check this. In the theoretical world, I wish I could find out. Just if you asked everyone on Earth, do you know Barack Obama and do you know Justin Bieber? How that would go? Because
more people would say Barack Obama, 100%. He's the president of the fucking, or he was the president of the United States. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, of the United States, exactly. I know.
Maybe there's like a website. Who is more famous?
But we're gonna Google who is.
Oh, there's a website called Who is the Most Famous.
Oh my God, what are we doing right now?
There's a YouTube channel dedicated. Oh no.
I mean, of course there is. Like, it's
Good Mythical Morning.
Look at this Wi-Fi, dude.
Dope. My Wi-Fi's not working, and I'm on the right Wi-Fi. Fuck yeah, I love this place.
We're not going to be able to pull this up, so we're just going to have to go with.
I'm just going to have to.
The percentages.
We're just gonna have.
Who's right most of the time? I guess.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Like every time we talk about something.
That's not a good way to decide.
Well,
who's right.
If we can't actually figure it out, then we just got to go with the percentages. Play the odds.
Statistically, sure, you're more right. But what if I was arguing that water isn't wet, and that you were arguing that water is wet? I would be right.
Well, yeah.
That was a bad example. I just opened up a whole.
That was a terrible example.
What if I was arguing that this desk is made of wood, and you were arguing that it wasn't made of wood?
Then you would be right.
Yeah, but if we couldn't fucking
God.
Google it, we're just gonna assume that you're right and that it's not made of wood because you're statistically more right than me.
I mean, that makes sense to me. How does that not make sense?
Okay, Jesus Christ, why is this not loading? I'm getting pissed off.
Wi-Fi's not working.
No, it's working.
It wasn't working.
Oh, it's working.
Whoisthemostfamous.com. This is definitely reliable.
Boom.
So anyway, actually, kind of on a similar topic, my roommate left a couple days ago, and last night he was here.
Your roommate from
Boston, David, that was here. Yeah.
So your old roommate.
Yeah.
Left your current home.
Yeah, because he was staying with me for a little while. We went out to LA, and then he came back here. Anyway, so last night we were here, or he was here. We looked up like all this information about the Billboard charts, like Googled all these different artists. Pulled up all their because it gives you how many number ones they've had on Billboard, how many top 10s, and how many songs on the charts, meaning in the top 100.
Yeah.
That was really interesting and we had a pretty good gauge of like we could kind of guess, okay, so and so's had this many top 10s or this many songs in the charts, but a few of them were really surprising. One that was really surprising for me was Rihanna.
Yeah.
Dude, listen here.
I could name. We're going back to this. Time out. I could name 20 artists before Justin Bieber that are more in just his realm of art.
No, you
music.
can't. You're wrong. I don't know what to tell you.
No, dude. Beyonce is a more famous name than.
Yes,
I would argue that Rihanna is as well.
I mean, so based on, I wouldn't argue that, but now looking at her Billboard chart, it is okay. This will be a fact. Rihanna has more number ones than Bruno Mars and Drake combined.
Fuck.
How's that? Isn't that crazy?
Is it features or just straight like?
I believe. Okay, I don't want to get it wrong. I think they were all her songs, but they were a lot of old songs like before I really listened to Rihanna or knew who Rihanna was.
Okay.
Because like she was really popping like when we were little kids, like babies. Because like since I've been like aware of who Rihanna was, I think she's had like 2 or 3 big songs.
I think it's just this website. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, keep going.
But yeah, she's had 14 number ones. Drake I think has had 7, and then Bruno Mars has had 6. So together they had 13 to Rihanna's 14. The most that out of the people we looked up was the Beatles. They've had 20 number ones on the charts. Overall though, like just pure numbers on the charts, Drake kills everyone. And you know what I think it is?
What does that mean? Just pure numbers, like streams or whatever, or hits?
Pure numbers meaning like most songs on the charts.
Gotcha. Okay.
So like I said, they gave the number ones, top 10s, and then how many songs on the charts just in total, anywhere on the charts. So it could be the 99th song, but that counts as like a song on the charts, right?
And each song in the charts is like easily over like 1 million streams or whatever,
So
however they measure it now.
Okay, so the thing is, and this is what we were talking about, how does Drake have? Because he has so many more. I'm talking like.
Well, yeah, he makes a fuck ton.
No, but like astronomically more than anyone. Like the closest person, I think, because big artists like Bruno Mars has had like I think less than 30 songs on the charts.
Well, he does. He himself, Bruno Mars, actually doesn't have a ton of music. He has, I think, 2 albums and a couple singles.
No, he has more than that.
I don't think so. No,
I know you're wrong. I listen to Bruno Mars, bro.
I listen to Bruno Mars.
He has more than 2 albums.
Well, how many albums does he have then? Smarty
Look
Pants?
it up. More than 2.
He's got 2 fucking albums.
No, he doesn't.
He's got 3 albums. Okay.
There you go. There's 3 more than 2.
I was so wrong, bro.
Is 3 more than 2? I knew he had more than 2 because I knew he had at least 3.
You said he has way more than 2.
That's not what I said.
We're coming in hot this episode of the podcast.
Rewind.
Okay.
15 seconds. That's not
I'm
what
not
I
going to
said.
edit that in. I'm too lazy.
No. I'm telling the people
he's got
to
tons
rewind.
of singles. Look at this. That's not his.
Those are not singles. Those
Also,
are just songs.
This isn't his song.
Well, but it's their song. It's not her song either.
This isn't his song. Well, that's what.
No, but okay, but those count on the charts for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, is the charts included features?
I don't know if it includes just like I don't know how it works exactly, but I know like for example, go back a little bit. Yeah, so Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars. That's what that is.
That's
Uptown Funk.
Yeah, that's Mark Ronson's song.
Featuring Bruno, because that one did count for him because that was number 1. He sings the whole song.
Well, he didn't make the song.
Well, it's not under his name. It does. You have no idea how much he actually made of it.
Well, he probably made a ton. He probably made a ton of money because Mark Ronson's not going to get up there and sing the song. Bruno Mars is, you know.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
so it should count for Bruno Mars number 1. He sang the whole song. So. What do you mean?
Well, who owns the rights to the song? Mark Ronson's fucking record.
His name's
label.
on it as the artist. Yeah. Everyone, all the people that are involved get cuts.
Yeah, but if we're talking about rights to the song, his record label owns the song, not Bruno Mars's. So he should get the credit.
I think they're on the same
label. It's like okay, if
dude,
Universal, if Disney,
this is what I do, bro.
If Disney makes a movie,
oh my god, yeah,
and I don't know, whoever. I can't.
There we go.
If Universal Studios makes a movie and Tom Cruise is the star of the movie,
yeah,
it's not Tom Cruise's movie. It's fucking Universal Studios' movie. That's the point I'm trying to make. No, and they're going to take credit, and the director of the movie, the person who put the most work into the movie.
Okay, so if you're saying if you look up how many number 1 movies does Tom Cruise have?
I just want to point out that we've been arguing for the past like 20 minutes of this podcast.
Yeah, the whole podcast. We started out arguing. Because you're wrong. You're just wrong.
Look.
Right. If you look up the biggest
Tom, point fingers all day long.
The biggest Tom Cruise movies.
See who the audience agrees with.
I don't think Tom Cruise has any of his own movies like where he directs. I don't know. Maybe he does.
Yeah.
But if you
that's
look
a bad example. You could say
that was your example. I'm taking your example.
Who's the other white guy? The fucking
how many? There's a lot.
No, he.
What other white guy?
I don't know. I'm forgetting his name. That's the only thing he does.
He does.
He's like one of your favorite actors.
One of mine?
Yeah. I'm so bad with names. Holy shit.
What is he in?
I don't know.
Dude. My voice just cracked. It was really weird.
Whatever. Go with that example.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, because he probably doesn't have any number 1 movies as a director, but if you look up a list of Tom Cruise number 1 movies, there's going to be a ton.
Okay.
Anyway, that wasn't even what we were talking about, but
that is what we're talking about because I'm trying to put it to you in terms that you'll understand. It's not Bruno Mars' song, it's Mark Ronson's song, and he mixed the song, he mastered the song, he made the fucking song.
You don't know what he did. How do you know what he did?
Well,
you didn't look up the credits just because.
What did he just slap his name on it? And
a lot of people
for it?
do that. People do that.
Well, that's what DJ Khaled does, and you know damn well DJ Khaled's not gonna.
No, but DJ Khaled
not gonna let Drake go accept the fucking Grammy for him. If it comes to that.
He produces his own music though, DJ Khaled.
He does?
Yeah.
So he actually makes the music.
Yeah.
Oh. He doesn't just pay for it?
No.
Are you sure? Because he owns the record label that he makes his music from, right? Isn't that his thing? It's like Dr. Dre.
I don't know if he owns a record label, but I know he produces his own music. Okay. Anyway,
but people aren't gonna.
But they both get okay. So I'm saying Uptown Funk, for example. Bruno Mars gets that as a number 1. So does Mark Ronson. It's not like Mark Ronson doesn't. But
that's what I'm trying to say.
They both
because Bruno Mars doesn't need handouts. He's got plenty of other top songs that are probably on that list. Like,
well, him and Drake combined had less than Rihanna, even with like Uptown Funk included.
What do you mean less than Rihanna?
Number 1s. I'm talking number 1s.
Oh, number 1s, is that like a yearly thing or a weekly thing?
It's a weekly thing. Every week the new. Okay, so this is. I should have explained more of this before.
Is this? Can I find this on here somewhere?
No, I'm talking about Billboard. Right? We looked it up on Billboard.
They have a Billboard playlist, I think.
No, but you'd have to look it up like online, like on just Google it. So we did this for a whole bunch of different artists. Some of them just we were thinking of big artists. Also, some of them were just some of our favorite artists, like John Mayer, right?
Yeah.
Like my favorite artist. You know, he's never had a top 10.
I can believe that.
I could believe it too, but it's also just because like I feel like he's not big anymore, like huge, but at one point he was pretty big, and he's never had one top 10. Whereas you know how many Drake's had? 33 top 10s.
Is this accurate right here? What I'm looking at? Probably not. I'm just gonna Google it. Drake's had 30 top 10s.
I think that was accurate.
Yeah, because
I was too.
In like 2017, he put out a song every week. It was crazy, and he had like.
I mean, that's
like that. That's what I mean.
but-
Like the amount, the volume of.
No, I know.
Like
but
shit
okay, so,
that
and this is
some
what I was.
artists put
This
out.
kind of goes back to what I was originally talking about. The amount he has is so much more than everyone else, and I was trying to figure out why it's that much. It's astronomically more like songs on the charts than everyone else. And so Ariana Grande had 2 number ones. Sorry, he pulled up the Billboard, and they were both her last 2 big songs. Thank You Next and this one. Those are her only 2.
Who's been the longest number one?
I believe it's Ed Sheeran. Shape of You was number 1 for like a year.
A year.
Like literally, it was like 8 months or 9 months. So, but like, look up here. Just go back to Google, and search like Drake Billboard.
I spelled that wrong. I spelled that way wrong.
Whoa, that was typo.
Okay.
Yeah,
Does
so
it
is
show
there
his like
a-
stats?
Yeah,
6 number 1 hits, 33 top 10 hits.
192 songs on the charts.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's Because look up any other big artist.
Well, I'll do.
Like literally just anyone, and
I'll do
Drake is.
She's a huge artist, Beyonce.
And watch, she won't even be close to Drake in terms of
songs.
overall, just overall chart numbers. And I think what it is, whenever Drake releases a project, right, or at least for the last, 59. So he's
she still has 6 number 1, same as Drake, and she has about
yeah,
half.
and so that's what I'm talking about overall on the charts. Because number ones, there are a lot of people that are above Drake, which is crazy. But I'm talking about just overall songs on the charts. And I think the reason why, but see, look, Perfect Ed Sheeran, that's one of her number ones. That was an Ed Sheeran song that she sang a verse on the remix, but she gets a number 1 for that. Because that version
okay,
was number
so
1
that's
for
just
a
how
week.
it works then.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Okay.
But Ed Sheeran still gets credit as well. That's what I was trying to explain. I think what it is, though, why Drake has 192, every time he releases a project, everyone listens to the whole thing because it's Drake, and everyone just listens to it.
Does this mean 192 songs on the Billboard, or does it just mean
On
that's
the
his entire discography?
No, on the charts.
Okay.
On the Hot 100.
So he has more than 192 songs? That's a lot of music.
Well, because what I'm saying is almost all of Drake's, like when he released Scorpion, right? Everyone streamed the whole thing to listen through it.
Yeah.
So then all those songs charted. I don't know if every single one did, but like
Gotcha.
90% of them did.
Okay.
So he released 24 songs on that album because there was side A, side B.
Mhm.
So literally all of those, or 90% of them, got on the charts, and he got credit for like 20 songs.
Look, Rihanna's on this.
Yeah.
I didn't know Rihanna.
It seemed like the Hotline Bling is Drake's like 8th biggest song. And that song was like a joke of how big it was.
Oh, God.
God's plan.
This is the best one on here.
Nice for what?
This one, too.
Anyway, that was my whole...
That's a big, yeah. It's crazy. Because I remember the transition from how they counted like hits and how people go platinum and like gold and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they moved it over to streams, and then immediately like all the old artists that had previously passed like just became like 10 times more accomplished, because like when Michael Jackson or when they
started counting.
Yeah. When they started counting streams, Michael Jackson went up like he went like sextuple platinum on like multiple songs because so many people listen to his music on the daily.
Mm-hmm. But even like pull up Michael Jackson is not even close to Drake as far as just chart numbers, which is crazy to me. I don't know if you can search on there, but we'll find out. Why can't you type? Oh my gosh! Look how bad that
broken. Michael Jackson.
And it's not gonna work.
Just
Google it. Yeah. Wow.
Shut up. I was typing perfectly until you started looking at me. Oh, it's way more than Drake.
Way more number ones, but see, look, he has 1/4 of the songs on the charts.
Yeah.
1/4.
Well, this is what's important, right? Because I mean,
none of this is really important according to Drake. He said that at the Grammys, but
yeah. Okay. Well,
But I know what you're
we
saying.
Can argue
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Billie Jean, top song, huh?
But see, even top 10s. Michael Jackson has 30 top 10s.
You would think the Halloween song would be on there. I can't believe I just called the Halloween song.
Thriller?
I regret saying that.
The Halloween song.
We just lost all our subscribers.
I'm done, dude. I'm about to quit the Nobody Asked podcast. Look at that. Thriller never made it to number
it's
1.
17.
Bro. Number 4.
Peaked at number 4. Yikes.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're black or white.
It's funny seeing songs that you think were like definitely number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go back to Drake for a sec, and go to his like number 2s. Cause see, those are all number 1s. Number 2, like Hotline Bling. How was that never number 1?
This is insane that it reached number 2 because that was his
early.
first album ever.
Look Alive, dude. Number 5, Block Boy JB. See, like that would be such bullshit if Block Boy JB got credit for that and Drake didn't, even though it's featuring Drake. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree.
Are you kidding me?
I disagree.
Dude, Drake starts the song, he does the chorus, then he does his own verse, then he does the chorus again. There's 2 minutes of the song before Block Boy JB says anything.
Okay, but if I'm looking at it from Block Boy's perspective. So if me or my producer, I don't know how he creates music, but if me or my producer were to create a song that I was started, that I,
Sure. Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say.
I think so.
And then I called up Drake's manager and I was like, "Hey, do you think Drake would want to feature on this song?" And then Drake is like, "Hell yeah." I wouldn't. I feel like you couldn't put it past Block Boy for wanting to take all the credit for himself because it's his song. And I feel like you gotta walk into the situation knowing that if you're someone like Drake featuring on a smaller artist, song or album, you gotta come in a situation like prepared for that, But
I understand what you're
saying.
saying.
You don't because that's just how Billboard measures, their data. But
no, but that's I get what you're saying. Why he would want to take all the credit?
Yeah,
but that would just be totally wrong, to me.
Well, Drake's getting paid still.
Yeah,
and like Drake said, he doesn't even want the credit. He just wants the money.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. But yeah. And no, but I'm not saying that Block Boy JB shouldn't get any credit either. He gets credit too.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it would be totally wrong if Drake didn't get any and it was all Block Boy JB just because Drake's the feature. Drake does the whole song. And then
Drake does. Have you listened to that song? He does one verse in that song, and
the chorus. No, he does the chorus and then a verse and then the chorus. Block Boy JB does one verse.
No, he does 2 verses.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
Listen to it.
I can't play the song because we'll get striked for copyright issues. But
oh my god, pull up the lyrics then.
I don't want to be wrong again. I'm not. Fuck this. You know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about.
We've been talking about this.
I want to
talk
about
minutes, so we can talk about
how much of a fun time I had at the Earthquakes opening game yesterday.
San Jose Earthquakes, bro.
It was a great game.
Okay.
Loved
what
it.
was their
we
first
lost.
game of the season?
Yeah, it was against Montreal. We lost 1-2. Bullshit game. The refs suck, of course, as usual. But what's up with that, by the way?
What?
Why do refs suck? Why do they suck?
I think it's a combination of a lot of things. One, I think the biggest reason we think they suck now is because our TVs are crystal clear as if you're there and we can see it in slow motion. Whereas, like, before you would not. I mean, the refs sucked in the past. Probably
so the
just
refs,
as
you're
bad.
saying the refs always sucked, but no one cared.
Well, no one knew. No one knew how bad they sucked because everyone else was seeing it in real time at not slow motion and
Gotcha.
like the definition of the pictures and the, you know what I mean.
But you can.
That's part of it. I'm not saying that's the only reason.
As a sports fan, I can watch a game on TV or in real life.
Yeah. And
recognize penalties or recognize calls that the refs missed.
I agree. No, I agree with you. That's why I'm not blaming it all on that. The other part, there's a few parts. That's the biggest one, I think. 2, when you're actually refereeing, you're moving. Well, you're moving with the players. So we're sitting on the couch, staring at the screen, watching everything, while they have to make sure they're not other players' way. They're looking at the peripheral vision. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a lot going. I'm talking basketball. That's what I watch mainly, but soccer too. I mean, you have the two.
Basketball's way more complicated than soccer.
As far as
in terms of rules.
Well, and that's what I was thinking, I guess, because when you were saying why do refs suck, I'm just thinking James Harden. Like today, he hit this 3 with like I don't know, 2 minutes left in the game,
Uh-huh.
where he literally took 4 steps. I can like.
Oh my! That video made me so angry, bro.
And
the
like,
ref was standing 3 feet away,
dude,
watching his feet.
And he does that every time he shoots a step
understand.
back, and they don't call travel.
That's a blatant.
I know. I know.
Do people talk about this? I don't watch a lot of like.
No, the NBA Twitter.
Post-game stuff.
NBA Twitter is like pissed at James Harden all the time because okay, so in this one game, like a few months ago, he shot 27 free throws in one game. That means he got fouled 13, whatever amount of times.
13 times.
And that is more than the other team shot in the game, or something ridiculous.
Like the whole team.
The whole team combined.
Gotcha.
And that was just James Harden. And because he gets all the foul calls, if you like literally touch him on like that.
Is it consistent, like when he's away, or is it only at home?
No, everywhere. He gets every foul call ever.
Okay.
Like there's memes of him like going up for a shot with like a whistle edited into his mouth. Like he's blowing the whistle for a foul. And, like it's literally a joke.
That video
I like
that
Harden,
you like
retweeted,
quote tweeted,
yeah,
was ridiculous.
No,
he
and
literally takes 2 full steps backwards.
Yeah,
with the ball in the hand.
Yeah, he does a step back twice. Yeah, no, literally, and he hit the shot. It's still a tough shot. I'm not saying it's an easy shot, but
it did. Honestly, to the ref's credit, it did happen. Whenever he does that, it happens very quickly.
Yeah, but it's obvious.
It's obvious. It's obvious, like you said, because we're sitting still and watching.
No, it's obvious. Like, trust me. This is just I watch a lot of basketball. You can like, I could be faded as shit. Like falling asleep. And
that's
you
also
travel.
The reason I bring this up is because there's not just one ref on the field. There's 3, 4, 5, or 6, depending on what sport you're watching. Like in soccer, there's a ref that's of course running around
in the middle,
the players on the field, and there's 2 on the side that are basically standing still.
I've done that ref. Like I've been a sideline ref for soccer games.
Mm-hmm. Well, if in soccer there's like, of course there's breakaways and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes the sideline ref has to run a little bit, but he can center himself and stop moving while he watches the play.
Yeah, like compared to the other ref. Compared to the ref in the middle, yeah. No, definitely. He moves a lot less. But it's not like you're standing still. You run up and down.
No. But if there's 3, like how many? There's 4 in basketball, right?
3 or 4, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so there's 3 officials on the field watching the same play.
But
how can James Harden get away with that shit?
Well, they're all looking for different things. Not everyone is just because, like, if I were to referee a game, like a Little League, I don't know, just like YMCA basketball or something like that. Like, and I was like the only person reffing, I would have to be looking for every little thing, which obviously you only have 2 eyes. You're facing one direction, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna respond to this Snapchat real quick. Keep going.
Yeah, but so like in NBA games, each of the refs is looking for different things that are going on within the game. So not everyone's watching the ball at all times. Is basically what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's how it's set up. And I mean, I think it's a good system. Like, if the refs didn't make mistakes so often, because everything is covered, everything should be seen mostly.
Yes. Yes.
But it's just there's lots of bad calls. And the thing is, it's all about reputation too. Like James Harden is known that he gets fouled a lot. So then the refs, I think, subconsciously, oh, he must have gotten fouled. It's James Harden. You know what I mean? Like, when in doubt, blow the whistle if it's James Harden.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas, like, people complain that LeBron gets a lot of foul calls. But, dude, LeBron's so big, he just gets hammered, and they won't call anything. And I'm not even, like, a LeBron fan, but, like, that's just true.
That's that's pretty consistent throughout all sports, though. The bigger you are, the less likely you are to get a foul called on you.
Yeah, no, definitely. But that's bullshit because the rules are still the rules. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Anyways, so I was at the Earthquakes game. 20-minute fucking sideboard there.
Yep.
And yeah, it was just a good time. The way I think the Avaya Stadium has the longest bar in the world. And it was so fun.
Yeah, I think it's like longest in America or something like that. Something crazy.
It's long as shit. It's
I
like
know.
Almost
I've been
a full
there.
football field. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
But so I was looking around. My dad and I got to our seats and we were looking around and like I was like, okay, it's opening day. There should be a lot of people here. There's nobody in their seats, right?
Okay.
That stadium looks completely empty. I'm like, what's going on? And then I look over to where the bar is because it's basically the whole stadium is just like a giant U, and then at the end of the field there's a bar. There's that giant bar, and I look over the bar. There's like 3,000 people just standing
at the bar. Yeah,
like an insane amount of people, and the stadium's practically empty. Like there's no one in their seats.
Yeah.
Given it was before the game, I think people got to their seats eventually.
Yeah, but I would hope so.
But even then, there were still. I think the stadium oversells tickets because there's so much standing room just at the end of the field.
Mm-hmm.
There was still, even when the seats started filling up and it looked like a full opening day game, there was still probably close to 1,500, just 2,000 people standing at the bar.
That's crazy.
It's
wow.
insane. Yeah. But it's a really cool stadium. We should go to a game.
Yeah, no, I've been to at least 1 or 2 Earthquakes game. I also know.
Have you been to that stadium though?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
yeah, no,
okay.
because Mitty and Bell played there. I don't know if you.
Yeah,
knew.
our high schools. Yeah.
Yeah,
used to
I
play
went
there.
to that. I don't know if you were there.
I played on that field before, like right when it opened. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, I've definitely been in the stadium at least a few times, and I've seen 1 Earthquakes game there at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's fun, dude. I wish I still played soccer low key.
You know what?
What?
Turn the fan off. That might have fucked to the whole podcast.
I was gonna say something at the beginning, but then you started recording.
Hopefully.
I'm loud anyway.
It
though.
doesn't seem like it's, been fucking with it too much.
No, I was gonna say something right when we started
Yeah,
recording.
it's just flat. It shouldn't be a problem.
No, we should be chilling. And that's the thing.
Anyways,
It's next to me, the
little
fan.
behind the scenes.
And
you know what hasn't happened yet though.
What? Oh, the interruption.
Yeah. I might have just jinxed this, but this might be the first ever podcast that hasn't been interrupted by someone knocking on my door.
It has been all of them, right? I'm trying to
Every
think.
single one,
Was
yeah.
there maybe one that?
No,
it was
been
every single one.
every
That's
single one, yeah.
hilarious.
I might just text somebody and come have them interrupt
Yo,
us.
dude, where you at? Yeah, no.
But so anyways, yeah, Earthquakes game super fun. But we were sitting next to this group of women, like 4 of them.
Yeah.
And they were just like the rowdiest, crazy. I mean, you've been to a soccer game. You know soccer fans, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like the
I've also
typical,
been,
like-
even like, dude, Niners games. I've been to like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Like the typical like drunk guy, big beard, big beer belly, got it all bundled up in a scarf and a hat, even though it's like was only 60 degrees outside. But these 4 women were just like regular like moms,
Sure.
just like your average, white mom,
Soccer mom.
soccer mom, sure.
Yeah.
And they were just like so belligerently, hilariously drunk.
Belligerently.
It was
all right.
it was-
it was SAT words.
It was
over here.
awesome. They were
Oh
so
my
drunk. They
gosh.
were so like foul mouthed, like
Yeah.
stuff that not bad stuff. They were just like cursing normally, just like in regular conversation. They didn't say anything like racist or homophobic or anything, but like
Yeah.
it was just so funny to see because
Yeah.
and what made it even funnier is that one of them recognized my dad, and apparently they're St. Chris parents. And then one
makes
and then
sense.
one of them recognized me.
Uh-oh.
So
Do you know who it was or like?
I have no idea who it was.
Oh, okay.
She
but
just
they-
said like, "Oh, do you remember me?" And I was like, "Of course not. I was
Yeah.
I was 3 years old. Like, what do you expect?"
That's hilarious.
But
You know what's funny is people do that to me, and I'm like, yeah, I actually remember you. And they're like, no way. And then like I give them their social security number and like their bank account information. They're like, dude, that's crazy.
what?
Sidebar, dude, my memory's insane.
Oh my
that's
God.
that's probably why I'm right.
My
so
memory's
much.
not insane. It's
My memory's-
quite the opposite, in fact.
I mean, I'm not like actually like, there's literally people that remember every single thing ever,
Yeah.
like photographic memory or whatever. Like I'm not like that, but like my memory is unfortunately and fortunately, because it's like it's a blessing and a curse, really really good, where I can remember like dates and exact words, like exactly how you said something, depending
Really?
on what I mean. Like I don't know, weird stuff like that.
Can't remember what you said 30 seconds ago on the podcast, though.
Yeah, that's the difference between short term and long term memory, dude. Take psychology, man.
Oh,
I haven't even
went
taken
to college.
I haven't
Ooh,
even
my
taken
name's Mitchell.
psychology, but I know that.
No,
it's a
anyways,
thing, though.
this group of women is just so funny, and then I could tell like 100 stories about these in like the hour that I was there. But
Yeah.
It was just it's so weird.
Were you
to
drinking
see.
too?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was-
because you're with your
Yeah,
family.
because it was
right?
my
Okay,
dad.
okay,
Yeah,
for sure.
it's so weird to see like people that aren't really normally in that setting, just like there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the college crowd.
Not the college. I mean, there is actually there's a San Jose State sign in the Avaya Stadium, which is dope.
Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, it's super close to downtown, so I mean,
They're gonna have a Spartan Day, and they
kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Dude, they're building all these offices right there, like right next to the stadium. You've probably seen them. All these,
Oh yeah,
all
they're
these big
so
buildings.
nice. Those like black buildings. They
Yeah.
look sketch as fuck, but they're really cool.
They're gonna be
It's got
crazy
like a
nice.
skywalk going from
There's like a
I wanna work
little
there. I don't even know what company it is.
little tiny stoplight, like right. You know where Costco is?
Yeah,
In between Costco and where Avaya is. So I drive to the gym on that street like all the time.
in the same lot as In-N-Out and everything.
Yeah. And
We're
That light
we're
was-
doxing ourselves right now.
was
They're gonna-
always
our fans are gonna find us.
that light was always
What
green,
fans?
always green.
Uh-huh.
And just recently, when they started building these offices, now I'll pull up at like 10:30 at night, and it'll be red for like 2 minutes. I'm waiting at the light.
God damn.
I'm like, are you
That's far
are you
too long.
serious? Like, why? Why is it? why is it like I'm literally like the first time I tried to time it, you know how I time lights?
Yeah.
And like it was like when my roommate was here, I was like, "Do you watch me time this light?" Because I drove that so many times and I would always time it, and I went straight through the red. I was like, "What? Why didn't it turn green?" Like I was timing it, looking at the other lights, and they changed now it's on a timer or something. It's weird now, so it stays red for like 2 minutes when there's no one around.
You ever gotten pulled over doing that?
No.
You ever been pulled over before in your life?
I've been stopped by a cop once. I've never been pulled. I guess it was kind of pulled over.
Yeah, it's getting pulled over. What
But
do you mean?
okay, so I'll tell you why. Because he didn't pull me over in a car. He was like,
Oh, he was walking? Or
he was on a motorcycle parked.
Oh, okay.
And
were you speeding?
Yes, but it was literally like.
So did he have to drive to you?
No, he literally. Okay, so this is what happened. Because I'm really good at, like, I look down, the streets. Like, I'm really proactive when I drive, and so I see cops from really far away. Generally, I mean, obviously, like not every
great
time.
Great memory, great vision. Man,
dude, I'm just like a perfect
superhero.
human being, bro.
You're like,
why aren't I on the
old
charts,
Captain
bro?
America,
I'm gonna
man.
cry. No, but
Super soldier.
anyway, what I was saying.
Winter soldier.
What I was saying was, this cop was on his motorcycle behind a parked car. So like I was driving on the street, but there's no way I could have seen him.
He was hiding.
He was completely hidden.
He was looking for speeders.
And
for criminals
he
like
literally,
you.
He literally was. It was a 25 zone, but the street, I don't know. You know where I'm not gonna say it, but there's a street right by my house, and it's like a pretty big street. It's pretty wide, and it's a 25 when it could easily. Everyone goes 34, 35, 36 on there.
Yeah.
Like you would assume if you didn't know, if there weren't signs, you would assume it's a 35. That's how wide the street is.
Yeah.
But it's technically a 25. I was like kind of late to work one morning, and it was going like 37 probably. But like not everyone else goes 34 on that street anyway.
Mm-hmm.
This cop just literally walks in front of my car from behind the parked car, and like puts his hand out like that to stop. I was like, oh my god, like what? I didn't even see him.
Oh, you almost hit him.
Well, no, he like stepped in front of me to stop me.
Oh,
I didn't like
from how
almost hit
far
him.
away?
Pretty far.
Oh, okay.
Far enough where I could easily stop.
So he was just like,
yeah, no, literally. And I was
hand
like,
in front,
whoa,
like-
and then he stopped, and he's like,
you're like on your horse, like, whoa.
I was literally, I was like, sorry, officer, I'm just like running late to work, and then he, shout out to In-N-Out, they kind of saved me, and he was
Did
like,
you
oh,
buy,
you
get him a free burger or something?
you work at In-N-Out, and I was like, yeah, I'm just running a little late this morning. He's like, well, you know, it's a 25 here, right? And I was like, yeah, no, I
Are you
know,
talking about
officer.
what's that street called?
Agnew?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's-
really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I know, and it was
Why was he
literally like,
there? There's like no cars on that street.
no, well, in the mornings it gets busy,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, no, it literally that was like that really threw me off. I was like, I didn't So
So that's the only
him,
time
you
you've been pulled over?
Yeah,
I got pulled over. I don't know if I should tell this story.
tell it, bro. I just told mine.
Well, this is okay. So I was coming from a concert, the Catalyst in Santa Cruz,
Yeah,
and me and my friend stopped at McDonald's, and
great choice.
yeah, I pulled out. I was not drunk, but very very not. See, I don't want to tell this story. I was pretty high. I was high.
I
was pretty high,
Yeah.
and we were pulled out of McDonald's, and I forgot to put on my headlights because usually they come on. They just take a second.
Okay.
But,
yeah.
but sometimes I just do it manually because I don't want to wait for it. But I pulled out, and then I was like, as I was pulling out of the parking lot and getting ready to speed off because there was cars coming, I wanted to beat the traffic.
Yeah.
A cop just flashes his lights and immediately pulls me over.
Jesus.
And yeah, that was the first time I ever got pulled over, and I was terrified
Yeah.
because car full of people.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what happened?
Well, he just came up and he was like, license, registration. I was like, yeah, there you go. And he was like, your headlights are off. And I was like, yeah, I just watched me pull out of the McDonald's parking lot. Like,
yeah.
they come on eventually. It's nighttime. It was like pitch black outside. I mean, of course, there's street lights and stuff.
No,
but yeah, he was like, your headlights were off. And I was like, yeah, I just pulled out. And he was like, oh, well, you're supposed to, it's like, it's very dark out here. You gotta put them on. And I was like, yeah, thanks, pal. I know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But he didn't do anything then.
No, he didn't do anything. He let me off a warning. He's like, yeah, just get home safe.
Yeah.
17's pretty dangerous at this time. And I was like, look, buddy, this isn't my first rodeo.
Yeah,
okay?
no.
I've been around. I know how things work. But yeah, that was the first time I ever got pulled over.
Have you been pulled over since?
I got pulled over twice. Once for speeding, and it was pretty obvious. I was definitely in the wrong. Going way too fast.
Wait, so you got a ticket for that or no?
Oh yeah. It was a hefty one too, like 350.
Jeez, how fast were you going?
Pretty fast.
Were you on the freeway?
Yeah, I was on 85, and I was going
Over 90?
over
Okay,
90.
yeah, and I feel it.
It was late at night.
You know
it was
what's
like
funny?
1 a.m.
Okay, I feel it. I was talking to I forget who I was talking to, one of my siblings, and because I drive fast relative to like.
You drive pretty fast.
Relative to like.
But not you drive fast, but like fast as in over the speed limit, not really that fast.
Exactly, and that's what I was saying. Like, because I do drive fast, I feel like, but like compared to the average just driver, but compared to like I feel like a lot of teenagers, and a lot of our friends.
You drive pretty slow.
I drive pretty tame.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Our friends especially.
No, I know.
Oh my
yeah,
god. Well, not Trevor.
Trevor, what'd you say about Trevor one time? He drives.
He drives like.
He said he drives slow.
What I said was offensive. I'm not going to repeat it.
Slow but recklessly. That's what you said.
He drives like. I don't even know. He drives like, if like an old.
Shout out to Trevor.
Like if an old man took some LSD and he was like tripping while he was driving. This guy,
I don't know.
He
about
drives
that.
slow,
that's harsh.
but he's like swerving, and he makes the worst decisions when it comes to like aggressive driving. He likes to think he's an aggressive driver, but you can't be an aggressive driver when you're going 17 and a 25. Like, how aggressive can you be, especially in his car? You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious,
hybrid.
dude. Oh my gosh. I love Trevor. We're not gonna rip on Trevor anymore. I love Trevor.
Oh no, we are for sure. We're not done.
If he was here, I would rip on him, but I don't want to rip on him when he's
well, he'll listen to it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't want to rip on him.
Right.
I love you, Trevor.
But yeah, we drove a lot as kids. I guess
I do. I filled up my car every single week.
Oh my god. Well, you were always the.
Yeah, I drove everywhere.
Yeah,
that was the thing.
You drove everybody everywhere.
And like I liked doing it because I do enjoy driving, but it was expensive for sure. Like looking back on it, because now that like a lot of our friends are out of town for school, I drive literally like the 1/3 of what I used to drive. I fill up my car every 2.5 weeks now.
I think about that a lot, and I think about how much money I've wasted on gas over the years, like places I just didn't need to go.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to drive. But think about how much money you would be spending if you didn't drive. And you had places to get, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no. Way more. I see what you're saying.
Like public transport or Ubers or something like that.
No, yeah.
You spend way more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually, my memory popped up, like Snapchat memory, 2 years ago today, I think it was, a couple days ago.
Oh, yeah, I was pledging my fraternity a year ago.
No, but this relates to the gas thing. It was a memory of you filling up your car. Do you remember this?
Did you send it to me? I think you didn't send it to me.
I don't know if I did. I can't send it to you.
Can you pull it up right now? I want to watch it.
Yeah, well, do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what it is?
Was it when I forgot how to fill up a gas tank and I was like...
Well, kind of, yeah, because you were like, yeah, can you fill up a gas tank, but like not all the way? And we're like, dude, this guy's never had to struggle at all.
To my defense.
Oh my god.
So I was asking if you could...
That was so
because I didn't have a bank account for some reason for the longest time. So whenever I need to fill up a car, I would just
fill it up all the way with your parents' card.
I would give the guy cash because I didn't have a card or anything. I didn't have a debit card or credit card or anything.
So that's not how I took it. That's not what I thought.
Yeah.
What it seemed like you were saying was like you never pay for your own gas. Like your parents just. I was like, dude, this guy's spoiled, bro.
No. As in, I don't. I'm quite the opposite of spoiled. I'm very broke, so I only pay for gas in $20 increments.
Yeah. Okay. So you never put the card in.
I've never. Yeah. So,
okay. See, that was the thing.
So that at that point, I had just gotten a bank account, and I was like, oh, okay, this is neat. I get to pay with a card.
Yeah. No, that was just funny because you.
I asked the group.
Yeah, you're good.
Yo, can you fill up a car but not all the way with a card? And they were like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, because that's like being broke in high school. That was all I did. I like rarely had enough money to actually fill up my car all the way. It was always just like, oh, I have $20. Let me slip that in there. So
I think I ended up filling it up all the way.
I don't even remember. That popped up and I thought that was really funny.
Because instead of helping me, you guys just laughed and took videos of me.
It was funny. It was really funny.
Because
think about this, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now had I not taken the video.
That's true.
So
I didn't know that you could just take the nozzle out and it would stop, filling up. I thought if you took it out, it would just spray gas everywhere. Because I was an idiot,
dude. That's funny. Funny. I don't know why I can't find this clip.
I remember that. You just jogged my memory. See. That's a testament to how good your memory is because I don't recall that ever happening.
Well, it popped up on my Snap memories, but I do remember it though. Like I remember it clearly happening. I remember what we were doing. This is. I'll give you an example. We were going up to
Hicks Road, right?
Hicks Road.
That's right.
So you remember?
That's right.
You were going up to Hicks Road.
No, I remember that night. I remember us being on Hicks Road and how scary that was.
And you remember I was nauseous and I felt like I was gonna puke. I don't know.
Yeah, and then we stopped like 3 times for you to puke, but you never puked.
Yep. Yeah. No, literally. And then we had to like drive back and like.
The albinos
remember we got Taco Bell, but we gave mine away because I felt sick.
we encountered another group of reckless teenagers on that road, and then we pulled into a dead end, which was very scary.
Yeah.
Because we went all the way through Hicks to the other side, right?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
yep.
So we pulled into a dead end, and then another car was following us, and we were like, okay, we're going to die. This is it. Like, everyone say goodbye. Like, you know.
No, because Hicks Road, like,
not a bad way to die
for
in
people
a car
that
full
don't,
of your friends, though, you know?
For people that don't know,
That's dark.
it's like,
I shouldn't say that.
like a lot of high school kids or whatever, like, drive up through there, and there's all these rumors about, you know, crazy stuff that goes on up there.
It's haunted.
Right.
It's for sure haunted.
Anyway,
Albinos.
so, like, that's why.
That's so offensive.
No, but those are the rumors.
That's so
I'm just
offensive.
saying.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why we thought we were going to die with that
people,
random
we'll say.
car.
Forest people.
There you go.
There you go.
That's a better way.
2019,
bro.
But yeah, so we pull into this dead end, and someone's house was at the end, and then the car was following us, and we were like, okay, we're gonna die. This is it. Everyone say your prayers. They're gonna rob us blind, and they're gonna take our car
and the Taco Bell.
We're gonna be starving. We're gonna be carless, and we're gonna be stuck in the middle of a forest full of crazy forest people. And they pull up, and they were like, "Yo, what's up?" And we didn't recognize them. They were probably a kid.
I know. When they said that, I was like, "Yo, do I?"
Yeah.
Like, who are these? Because they were our age ish. I was like, "Do I know?"
A little bit younger.
But like ish, you know what I mean? Like where I could have known them.
But yeah, so we were like talking with them for a little bit. We just pulled up next to each other, and you didn't want your food, or no, you did want your food, but you were in the back, and your food was in the front.
Well, no, and I was nauseous, so I knew I probably shouldn't eat Taco Bell when I was, you know what I mean? That just sounds like a recipe.
And so I had this Taco Bell, and I was like, "Yo, you guys want a quesadilla?"
Yeah. Didn't you like throw it at them?
Yeah, I threw it in their window, and they didn't even answer whether or not if they wanted it. I just kind of threw the Taco Bell at them.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yo, you guys want a quesadilla?" threw it directly in their window. I think it hit the guy like in the chest, and he was like, "Oh, thanks, man."
That whole night was pretty funny. And I remember when we were leaving, I said we should make a right turn, and it was actually a left turn. So I was wrong about that because I remembered wrong from last time.
Oh my god!
But see, I remembered that I remembered wrong, so now I won't remember wrong again if we do it. See what I'm saying?
No, it was a right turn, because I was right next to Country View. It was a right turn. I think you were right. You might have said left.
Okay, maybe.
Wait a minute. You were wrong and you misremembered.
I don't think I'm.
Oh my god!
I'm not, and we can't check this either. I'm 99% sure I said to go right.
This is groundbreaking. Jesus Christ!
I'm 99% sure I said to go right, and it was actually left.
All right. Well, on that fantastic note of Mitchell being wrong and misremembering, we're actually running a little long, so we should probably cut it here.
Yeah. This was a lot of arguing. This.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think we argued. I think we argued for 90%. 90% of this.
Yeah, a lot of it. The first 30 minutes was just us arguing,
screaming at each other. Yeah.
This guy still doesn't think Justin Bieber is like one of the biggest.
He's not. But I'm just gonna end it right here. Thanks everybody for watching the episode 6 of the Nobody Asked podcast. My name's Andrew.
And Mitchell.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Listening.
Don't forget to watching and listening. You know, whatever platform you're enjoying this sweet content on. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, or add us to your library if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Yeah. Thanks.
Cool.